Today's Factorio is the space age mod planet Aramos Prime. This is the third episode in which we've been on the planet, and we had a couple episodes before that getting into space because of space age. Yeah, this mod planet plays a bit like somewhere between Warptorio and the story missions. We're doing a giant sushi belt, which is all of the materials we're bringing with us from previous areas, and you can see the current area kind of, yeah, demarked on the map with this kind of moat thing. We're doing a bunch of processing, we're making a whole lot of bullets because it's also kind of a wave defense thing, and we are in the situation where we kind of need to help with each of these waves because there's often, okay, in this case on the other side of the base, cool, good guess, often some spitters that can outrange our gun turrets that we kind of need to deal with individually. We have been in this area for a while and yeah, need to figure out how to get out of here, but we are a little bit confused by that at the moment. Yeah, we've got this. Anything that makes it through this processing, we are putting in these boxes, and we will eventually run these into the next area. As soon as we do, I guess Warptorio as well as the story modes had this kind of thing of, here are some quest objectives that we need to activate in order to get to the next area, and we need to make a machine work. And we are a little bit confused about this at the moment because the first step seems to be repairing this machine as a way to get space science on the planet, and there's a repair cost of electric engine units. I don't have lubricant. I can't find a recipe that would turn arachnid bodies into lubricant, even though they kind of, you know, not all green stuff that comes out of bodies is slippery, but maybe we could use it. Yeah, there are some corpses around here somewhere, character corpse, but these don't have barrels of lubricant or anything like that. So we've been pretty experimental into how to resolve this bootstrap. Like, maybe we try and drop in some space science. So the thing is, like elsewhere in the mod, these supply packages explode. We've got to do everything in a self-contained way. So figuring out how to get this stuff is, yeah, we've been probing some edge cases where we discovered that if we are looking at our little spaceship, which has taken some damage, no big deal, we don't really need it, but if we were in remote view looking at any surface that isn't Aramos Prime while a wave spawns, the mod is hit with an unrecoverable bug that dumps us back to the main menu. So we're helping, we're finding bugs, we can report these bugs, we can make the mod better. We also tried going back to the previous level and replaying this area again to see if we'd missed something, to see if there was some way to get oil or lubricant here, and in this case we discovered that if we're in a car we can interact with the terminal and advance to the next level, except that we don't go to the next level because we're still in the car, but the game state advances to the next level. The terminal now is looking for next level things, and so we are soft locked. And this isn't even a complaint about the mod. This is a very new mod, but it's not a new mod author. They've got quite a lot of mod experience under their belt. Oh, I left that and soda out, never mind. And after only a few hours after putting those bugs on the Discord, we didn't just get a fix for those, we also got the revelation that we have massively overthought this electric engines problem. We're not supposed to have electric engines here. We can realize we don't have enough gear wheels, but we're supposed to just be able to fix this with the stuff we already have. So we'll grab some more gear wheels. Do you guys have gear wheels? You don't. Let's also then, if we need a lot of gear wheels, and we might still need them for other things as well, make sure we get gear wheels here. Let's also just have this stuff. Can we make more engines? Can we just have more engines here like so? And belt these engines, hopefully avoiding the stone. Oh yeah, maybe we should go and deal with... where is it? Is it down here? It's not down here. This part of the base is fine. I still don't have the gears for this. We are still doing this on foot. Feels pretty unfortunate. Yeah, what even are these guys? Legendary big spitters, or big arachnid spitters. Yeah, reasons why we're having problems with some stuff. And then I've also run out of ammunition. No doubt I have some ammunition somewhere. Yeah, over here. And then, yeah, chem plants we were messing around with, trying to figure out whether or not we had the stuff we needed. Yet when we were trying to do lubricant things, that was slightly misinformed. Oh wait, gears. Did I get the gears? Gears are over here. That should be enough gears. I think we only needed like 100 or so. Okay, so this is now running. We've also got a lot of engines, so that's fine. I've also noticed that I have the bodies on me, and because it's space age, these bodies are also kind of spoiling. So the faster we get them over here, the happier we will be. We've got 40 seconds left. Okay, cool. Where is the space science? I would like to be able to do this without the belt delay. And so yeah, we have this machine running, which is cool. These bodies run out really quite quickly, and then, oh yeah, there were some other tweaks I was gonna do, because I noticed I was low on gun turrets. This assembler we're gonna change from bullets to gears, so we can get more gun turrets out, which is great. We've also got maybe slightly more than half a belt, so I think we can extend, I don't know if we can extend this iron this much, but we're going to extend this iron this much, because more of that is helpful. Yeah, these big spitters still a bit of a problem. Reasons why a combat shotgun is super nice. Are we losing turrets on the other side as well? We might be. It does sound like we are. And then, yeah, fix all these holes in the wall. In fact, let's just go to triple wall. One of the other things about this mod is we do have this turret warm-up delay. The turrets aren't shooting things immediately. That actually sounds like we're losing a lot of stuff over there. Here's a whole pile of dudes just standing a little bit out of range. And a big dude. Cool. Reasons why we wanted to be manufacturing more turrets again. Yeah, some of these have got red bullets. Some of them don't matter because we're also just getting outranged by stuff. We have all of these... Oh yeah, other things that I realized while I was poking around with things that led to bug fixes. The science hasn't been running for a while, and I thought this was because I messed up the novice thing. It isn't. It's because we just weren't dropping the science from space because the schedule meant this ship was not on the cycle of dropping things to novice. So that should fix the science problem for a bit, but it's not really a big deal. The other thing that I wanted to do was, yeah, in the previous areas, this copper thing has run out. Yeah, because of how we've left this belt, we are never going to be getting copper from this area, and we can't go back to it, which is hilarious. Whereas in the first area, we are not mining enough iron because we don't have enough coal, but we can fix that by undeletion planning some of these guys. Let's do the bug maintenance while things are beeping. We actually don't have any more turrets. Cool, we should be using the cars for this to get from one place to the next, because we need to do all of this allegedly quickly. Yeah. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted was a deletion planner to pick up things from the ground, because if these bodies are deletion planned, then we will pick them up just by driving over them, without having to see them or anything like that. And we do need to be getting these bodies over here, probably. 8 bodies per item. Products, arachnid body study, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we've got a lot of gun turret, well, we've got a lot of ammunition. We don't have the gun turrets. I think we're making more of them over here. So yeah, this interface like this, and I think also if we set a recipe, if we set up an inserter like this, maybe this inserter doesn't matter, whatever. This is an assembler which we can come back to later to change recipes to make this area produce particular things that we can ship onwards into the next area. Why are we not? 12 engines. 12 engines per piece of space science. Okay, and so similarly, this interface here is a thing that we can change to allow us to only export particular things. Okay, if that's how many engines we want, and it does sound like we want a lot of engines, let's see if we can make some more engines. And we do have steel, so let's see if we can make some more engines here as well, because it looks like we actually need a ton of engines. And then these ones, yeah, we're just going to hand feed that steel. But also there's a bunch of iron here, so I think we can... Yeah, we got halfway through a thing and then did not finish the thing. And we also need to go and do some defense by the sounds of things. Yeah, this is going to affect how many red bullets we're getting out here. But also, whatever. Yeah, we wanted to go back to have an overview on the first area that would let us change some of the things that are filtering through the first area, because that's the second area. This is the first area. Yeah, now we have re-enabled some of these mining drills. We're getting the coal through here. We need to be making all of this iron. But also we're not getting copper or green chips through here. So I think we need to let this flow so that this copper can go past. And then in order to not have that block up, I think we deletion planner some of these mining drills that are mixed. So we've only got copper coming through here, which means that these guys should work out. This full half of the belt, if it ends up full, might block some of the stone that we're making walls out of. And then, oh yeah, and then if we do mine more coal, we can just put it in this buffer again. So, reasons why we should... Yeah, we did put radars here. Did we manually radar this section as well? Yes. Okay, so we are going to want, okay, these guys to go away. Welcome to everyone there, I guess. Yeah, these guys attacking walls is fine because walls are super cheap. And we're not even mining the stone in this area. Oh, wait. Get the bodies. Be in a car to do the bodies quickly because all these bodies are spoiling. But yeah, as soon as we get any decent amount of oil, we can start building bots and roboports and leaving prior areas with roboport coverage, which means that we could continue to tweak the areas we have left behind, which I don't know if that's a thing the mod wants us to be able to do or not. Okay, we've got a couple more in here as well, so you guys get in there. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we don't have any copper on this belt, and we also don't have any red ammo on this belt, probably because we don't have enough copper coming through. We've got, yeah, also an engines deficit over here. We need more turrets over here as well. We probably did lose a little bit of time, and this is not the most forgiving mod planet. I am finding that I am pressed for APM reasonably often. Where's my car? And yeah, need to continue. Do we need to continue to make this thing work? Yeah, there's a lot of iron on this belt now. Do we need to continue to make this thing work? Can we be done here? We need 400 bodies. We've done 5% of what we have to. Cool. So yeah, things we know we need for new areas when we get to new areas. I think we want something that's making us a pile of green chips. And so we're just going to throw this together like so. Because... yeah, we've got to do that maintenance again. Because we know that we do need a pile of green chips. Like, green chips, belt, undergrounds, all of these things are pretty standard things we need to go from one area to the next and activate the terminal in the next area. Several of these guys we missed. Let's get some bots up. That was not really a particular effective use of bots. There we go. Yeah. Having the big sushi belt, moving all of the helpful resources from one place to the next, going to be super helpful. Because we don't really want to be spending time after completing an area to figure out what we ship over to the next area. How long have we got on these? 50 seconds? get these... Yeah, the timers on these arachnid body studies are not particularly forgiving. But I think we're going to drive around, pick up all these bodies, realize these turrets need bullets in them. And now I think we are in a position of mostly just active defense. Yeah, we need to get the bodies over here as quickly as we can, hopefully before they spoil. We've got the explosives research. What other research? I think the refined flammables and then the follower robot count might be about the only things that we would be able to use here. Oh, we've got copper on this belt again. Yeah, so now we've got our sushi of copper. There's red ammo in here. There's steel. This is now pretty happily sushiing all the things we want to see from previous areas, and we should be able to take them nicely to the next area. Let's not get killed by these guys. Maybe we should also have a couple of bots here dealing with this. Maybe we should... Oh yeah, those walls. The walls around there are annoying me. Okay, that pole I put there myself. But yeah, I would like to be able to drive from one spot to the other easily so that we can do this active defense and also get all these corpses. Maybe it is time for a little cut and a little montage, because I think this is going to be kinda samey. So we've added some wall production here. We've added more engines because we realized we were short on engines. In fact, where is this bit of the map? Yeah, we're not even short on bodies at all. We just need a whole lot more engines, but I think we might also have to reset the scenario because the sizes of waves that are coming in have just grown to the point that they are a huge pain to deal with, and we just don't have enough bullets. Yeah, we need to be mining stuff better. Yeah, we threw out a whole bunch of wall because we realized that they were going to have fun shooting walls, and that was a nice thing that they can occupy themselves with, but also we are less than halfway towards actually getting this lab unlock complete. And yeah, every wave we're getting dudes in places that are picking off bits of the base that we need to attend to manually. I think we've got to do this again and not faff around for so long figuring out how to craft refineries. I think we've just got to make engines earlier. Okay, I think we've rebuilt everything we have here. I'm still not sure the red ammo is a good idea, but whatever, we're going to do it. And, oh, we've forgotten to, yeah, let's rebuild the rest of these tanks. I'm pretty sure I have the tanks. And then also got to reconnect the steam. And, oh, we should retest the car bug. Because that's what good testers do. We retest things when new versions come out, and we do move to the new area, and we're also in the car, so that's a super great idea. Yeah, let's move this. We need to keep this belt flowing because it's got the sushi on it. We are making wall on this belt this time, and I would like to see, hopefully this doesn't mess everything up, what happens if we build over the tile that eventually becomes, hopefully it just blasts whatever we've got there and is fine. Okay, let's also make sure we've got this guy powered, and we need to get the power back to the other side as well, but I think we also want to be boxing everything that turns up here. He said, somewhat aware that the hotkeys... Yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff with Q, which is fine, but the hotkeys overall not super great. And then... Yeah, I don't even think I mind needing to revisit this level again with more information, because it is a kind of fixed seed challenge, and it might just be kind of a puzzle. So these guys need repairs of some kind, which happens at the terminal. There wasn't a repair cost there. This guy needs a repair cost of... we have everything except maybe the 50 steel, so we've got to get the steel going. Oh, also engine units, which is the thing we need anyway for this. So, I think we're going to worry about... Yeah, because we do want to do things kind of quickly. Again, we're going to slap some stuff in here. Let's go bullets. Yeah, let's go gears, pipes, other way around. I wanted this guy to be pipes so we can have underground pipes. This guy can be bullets. And then do we have... Yeah, we've got a lot of copper coming through here as well, which is a thing I think I like. More of these, more stuff, and then... Yeah, just keep building the helpful things. I don't know if we have enough boxes for this. Okay, we have enough boxes. Was pipes the other thing I was wondering about? Yeah, and then everything else can just go in the boxes and be fine. Oh, gun turrets was the other thing that I wanted to just smash into the queue more, sure. Okay, so with all of that more or less running, I think the next thing that's going to be a priority, given that, yeah, we are doing the hey, let's make some engines thing, and it was kind of a resource constraint. We could maybe have thrown down more engine assemblers, except I don't know that we had the resources to do that. So this number of assemblers is, well, this number of mining drills is more than we got on iron last time, which I think we're pretty happy about. And then I guess we also just continue with smelting it here. Yeah, so this might be the kind of mod... Oh, power poles and then steel. Oh yeah, because we actually aren't making... Okay, we're going to do a cheeky thing here where we just go... You have some kind of steel construction. Take some of the ore. It's going to be fine because we're getting more iron in here anyway. Yeah, this might be the kind of mod challenge where you try and get yourselves a bit of a plan and then execute the plan, and maybe even the first time you see every map is more of a... we didn't give all of this away, good. Is kind of more an exploratory thing than necessarily just being able to go out and do it the first time, which I think I'm okay with. Okay, we're less okay with that stuff. That power pole is probably going to move. Okay, all of that needs to be like so. Can I get these? Oh no, because we're putting it back on the belt. That is why we do not have the steel, because I am worried about other attacks turning up as well. And maybe we should also just go... you know what, we're going to do the engines in a more sensible position down there, but also I just wanted to get this stuff running at all. And then also just get some defenses in place, because we do not have that either. These first waves we can just handle with one row of turrets, yeah, and we can add more later. Oh, hey, you know what else we should do? We should go back to the platform and remember that it needed the dropping schedule in order to drop stuff. That's going to be pretty important. Okay, give me all of this back. You guys can have some of that. Did we... Yeah, okay, we just needed more gun turrets. We've got a whole lot of walls. We're going to get some of these guys as well. Yeah, because I don't have a good feel for exactly when the first waves are going to turn up. Only that they definitely are. And we need... Yeah. Probably should be doing more of this with yellow ammo instead, but never mind. Yeah, we've got yellow ammo over here, it's fine. These guys, until they start to build up stuff, I'm kind of fine with things just accumulating in the furnaces. I don't think we need much of the bottom, do we? I think we're just going to go with the same plan of... Okay, no, this is actually, of all the times to be using yellow ammo over the red ammo, it's on the very first waves when the arachnids are probably small, who knows? I'm going to guess that they're smaller. This area didn't seem to be attacked as much. One of the interesting open questions I am wondering about is whether or not... Yeah, if we're going to be using both of these, we should have both of them on the same hotbar, shouldn't we? In fact, maybe you just go there, because we don't have any fish. Yeah, I am wondering about whether the bug spawns are strictly a random thing, or whether they are somehow generated. So we've got 2 steel down there. We are going to want more steel. I guess we do... Yeah, we're going to do that here as well. Mechanics, he said. Things that are good to go fast with, he said. Oh yeah, I didn't want to give all that. I wanted to give... These guys can get coal from the belt. Whereas over here is the box that I want to be feeding coal to get these guys running. And then I think we're again going to go... We didn't actually leave that much space, did we? But I think we're going to go to start with bullets. And then if I could get those other... These guys running, that will make me feel better about stuff. This is going to be weird and in the way, but also it's fine because we don't have as much copper smelting. Okay, so do we have... Oh no, wait, we needed engines, didn't we? And I think, yeah, I wanted to do engines with a better plan this time. Like if this is... Because we know where the things are that we are using. If we've got gears and pipes here, not like that. Okay, we do have enough undergrounds to be able to go... like so, then we can just have all of the engines we want here, maybe some of them here as well, but yeah, I don't feel like we can afford all of these long-handed inserters, but we're going to use them anyway. This is going to use up some of the steel, isn't it? Never mind. And then all of these things are in different sizes than we are used to also, never mind. Yeah, just start making a pile of engines. Yeah, don't want any of those. I would like more inserters. This is still a pretty garbage inventory, which I am fine. I think we're definitely just going to call this the Omnisushi. It does do things that I like. And yeah, give me more of the bullets. I don't think we've had an attack yet. How are these guys not... Okay, here's the first attack, and maybe second attack. So that is fine thus far, and then, yeah, I got all of these guys that... Oh, I needed more... Yeah, the thing I needed steel for. Alright, and then this can just wander straight in here. Are we going to have problems with where the steam goes? I hope not. It's going to be fine. We can put more steel somewhere else later as well. It's also still going to be fine. Okay, let's go and... Why are we not even... How did we... Oh, because we missed this piece of pipe here. Okay, so if we just give these guys some pipes, they should start working on the engines that we need. And then also we need to... Okay, we probably have enough bullets at this point. We're going to leave... Actually, we're going to turn this one into gun turrets because that's what we're going to be doing later anyway. But didn't we need gears? Grab all the stuff. Didn't we need gears over here to repair this? Yes. Okay, and then we've also got to figure out what that stuff is doing when we get there. Do we have... We've got 4 engines. We've got a lot of iron. Okay, you guys can take this iron, and then I can also just keep manufacturing that stuff. You guys have got engines. Can we repair this guy? 50 steel. Okay, you guys are putting it back on the belt. We also don't have the construction bots we were making last time, were we? 100. It's also 100 gears. Okay, let's just not do that. Get this thing repaired. Now if we can connect the inputs and the outputs, then we can start... I mean, we're already working on the engines. The engines were the thing that we were worried about. Yeah, not to... Needing more poles is also just down to steel, which is not an overly surprising thing. I think if we get... Yeah, I think we put more furnaces over here. Because if we are in a position where we've got iron leaking past, then... Yeah, turn all that stuff into helpful things. This... Yeah, we want to get more of these engines. This is also not... I don't think this is enough engines, but I think we're also maybe resource limited at this point. in a way that, oh yeah, I've got coal to put in this box to keep all these furnaces going, which is fine. We can rotate these buildings, so we're going to. I don't remember what we need to repair these other buildings, but also whatever. At this point, I am just happy to have, okay, broken the steam, but then, yeah, done a better job getting the iron online, because we are massively limited by iron, because we decided that a cool idea was going to be doing a bunch of red ammo stuff. This guy also needs power, that's why we built more of these things. We've got engines building up here, it's fine. We can now, because this guy goes really fast, doesn't it? 12 engines in 5 seconds. Yeah, okay. That is super fine. That is more stuff than we need. Can we also just throw in a bunch more engines manufacture here? And do we have the iron output for this, is the question. Although the other question is, do we have the iron output to not do something crazy like this? Because we do need to go quickly. Okay, we can go through here, and we can also just build up a bunch of iron on those belts. Do we need to add... Maybe we need to add additional gun turrets? Okay, other research that we can just do. Yeah, it was the flammables and the follower bot speed before, wasn't it? Because, okay, we don't have purple science. We never bother automating that. We can just go into the rest of the science, you know, sure, whatever. Am I unhappy about not having the... Oh, wait. This wants to be... Yeah, we want an item on ground deletion planner so we can know where all the things are we need to pick up. And then, are we sad about not having the combat robots? Because we built those last time, and they were pretty helpful. In fact... Can I just grab a bunch of these and build 25 of them myself? That's fine, I think. I think we're happy with that. Do we need this coal line yet? We probably don't actually need this coal line yet. Probably what we need is the other... Okay, yeah, move all of this stuff out the way. Radars were also the thing we realized we wanted. Yeah, grab all of this, put a couple of radars in the queue. Yeah, having this many bullets is nice, as long as we are... Okay, we're not. I was going to say, as long as we are letting... As long as we are letting through enough iron so we can be making pipes. Because we've got some of it turning up on the smelting from this area. Probably the terminal is powered now. Let's remember that we also need to get what we've... Yeah, so a pile of underground belts. This needed labs. And also chemical plants. And also arachnid bodies. Arachnid bodies, things that are going to be all over the place. But I forgot we needed labs, for which we need gears. Give me the gears. Steel for chem plants I probably already have. 10 of these guys, 7 chem plants. Was it 10 of each of those things? And then I think we want to be extending our defenses. It was 10 of each of those, and also 10 engine units, which is going to be on the belt and is going to be fine. Yeah, I want to get more of this stuff making walls. So, I think we have an input belt here that comes off the stone, and then this is also just to tidy up my inventory. Why are you guys not running? Oh, still pipes? I've got pipes. I'm gonna need some pipes for the chem plants, but also whatever. Yeah, if we can get this wall manufacturing running as well, I think I'm happy about that. I've also just realized that I'm going to need more power poles as well, for which I need steel. Yeah, maybe this buffer. I mean, this buffer is probably heading to the next area, but I don't think it needs everything down there. I think it probably could have been closer. Things that we realize that we might do differently if we end up doing this again. Similarly, I think we want to be side loading all of this so we can have coal on the other side. And then we've only got 3 power poles left, which is not fantastic if we want to be, yeah, automating this stuff into wall production. Which I guess is going to come this way. But I think the plan is going to be, yeah, wall production here. Get more wall production, pass it from this area, pass it into the next area if we have to. Yeah, these guys do quite a bit of damage as well, don't they? This is the spot where they were gathering last time, and we are already at the dudes that are outranging us. So, yeah, cool. Oh, we're doing all the we're making all the defender robots. That's why we are not making the labs yet, but I think we were also limited by... Yeah, we were also limited by... Okay, we've left more space than we needed to there, whatever. Yeah, we were also limited by just how many engines we could make, and hopefully those are on a belt coming into existence, doing good things like that. Okay, mostly, yeah, 1,000? 1,000 bullets is a lot of bullets, and also... Okay, so this is... In the first time we were hitting this map, most of the spawns were in the top half, and in this case, most of the spawns seem to be down the bottom. How do we arrange this side of the base so that we... Okay, I think we can pull... Let's see if we can do this slightly differently. I think we can pull these turrets back to, say, here, and then have more turrets like so. And I think these turrets are going to intercept any bugs that would be trying to run through into the base. And then we're also going to spread these out again, and we're going to triple wall everything, because triple walling is what we like. Have we got science or engines building up? And how many of these bodies do we have? Yeah, they're about to run out, aren't they? We don't... Also, it's still pipes. We never actually gave this guy... We probably still do want more gun turrets. Okay, let's also set this to, yeah, just 1 stack. And maybe you can be done, because we would really prefer having all these engines running. Did we... We did not give these ammunition. We kind of got somewhat distracted. Okay, now we have to give these guys ammunition. We needed... What did we need to rebuild this stuff? It was... Oh, it was chem plants, wasn't it? Can we keep making chem plants? No. Can we keep making power poles? Also no. Those were the 2 things I wanted. Oh, we've picked up another dude at the back that we need to deal with, who's still spitting at stuff. Cool. Get all of that double walled. Find this dude. Pick up any of these bodies, because we're going to need them as well. It might even be worth having a couple of sacrificial turrets at the front that we never put ammunition in, because if we're going to leave them anyway, then it's going to be cheaper to lose turrets that don't have ammunition in them. Although that said, they're still going to... Oh wait, yeah, I've got all this iron. We need to build this. We've now got a decent amount of iron falling through, which is great, because it means we can get another 3 chem plants, and then I'm just going to continue needing power poles, for which we need more steel. I think we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do the use filters thing. Here we're going to ask for steel. Here we're going to ask for wall and both kinds of bullets, because we are putting these bullets on the use filters blacklist. Yeah, we are putting all of these things on the belt in previous areas. Yeah, keep building this. Is that okay? Looks like we have to go and attend to that area again. Definitely sounds like you have to go and attend to that area again. Actually, to be honest, only if those are all kills. If they're not, if they're turret kills... Okay, this guy is actually shooting a turret. And they are turret kills. Yeah, because these big legendary guys are still outranging us. Okay, let's get closer and do a bit more shotgun damage. Yeah, losing 3 turrets and their bullets does not feel great. We also don't have any defense around the top half at the moment, do we? But we should now have... you know what I'd like? We don't have landmines yet, and I would like to know whether or not we have how many landmines... we've made this pretty difficult to drive through, haven't we? How many arachnid corpses I have on my person. I think we're going to need to defend the top half better as well, but I also remembered that we need to continue to fuel this, and then I've got all this iron. What do I want all this iron to be doing? And I think the answer's got to be pipes. Because pipes are the things that control the engines that... Oh, are we... Do I need this many? I don't think I do. I think we just cut you off. I think we just make sure the pipes go into the engines. You know what? We're going to grab these 2 and put a copy of them over here. Because I would like to be able to get this stuff without running all the way to the terminal. Okay, somewhere in here we had a belt on which we could put coal if we wanted more of that. We are still dealing with all of these guys. Things I should definitely be doing in a car. Grab all these bodies. I am not super concerned by the need to collect bodies, because we end up with far too many of them anyway and seem to be engines limited. And all of these guys are probably running now. Oh no, we've got a steel shortage, which is not super surprising. Yeah, okay, I should be doing this in a car. This is a little one. Can we just hit this one? There we go. They were just attacking... Or someone was attacking something that wasn't wall. I think we were building more gun turrets. So yeah, the need to pull up... We need 400 of these space science, so I don't even really mind everything else being slow. Yeah, here we go, more of these guys. Fire that in. Gear wheels. Yep, you keep going as well. In fact, you have another 187, so we need 100 and, you know, roughly something like that. It's fine. Yeah, this is now the spot on this map that we have made difficult to drive past. Cool, never mind. We needed to... What are the required... Probably... It's not arachnid bodies, it's going to be engines, of which we were... Yeah, kind of turning them all into the space science anyway. So, yeah, give me these 5. We're going to get a couple more, it's going to be fine. This... Yeah, so the plan here, I think, is going to be... This is going to continue... We're going to take the coal off the inside of this belt. Give me these. I would like these. 9, 10, I think, is all we needed. Are they going in the same place? They're kind of going in the same place, aren't they? So, this is going to be on the... The coal is going to be on the inside. That's the wrong way round. We're going to need to go like so, and then coal is going to be on the bottom of this belt. And so we can have coal... Both of these guys making their way over here, and then we take the coal off on the right, and then this space science can make its way over to here, where we also have no arachnid bodies yet, but we would like to have some soon, but it's not a big deal. We are still mostly engines limited. Are we still taking hits down here? Some guy was outranging us? Whatever. Okay. Do we need... I was wondering about whether or not we needed... Yeah, we're going to put this radar here, because we're kind of already in the way. And I would like to keep radar coverage. Is there any other tech we need? I don't think there's any other tech we need at all. I cannot see us using... Oh, weapon shooting... Yeah, bullet damage. It did... I was wondering whether it would award us the technology or just allow us the ability to research the technology. Okay, so researching that, going to be pretty big. Engines are still waiting on steel and is now going pretty well. Yeah, we've got more steel over here. The coal, we're still not mining copper, but also whatever. We're just going to get some amount of coal in here so that all these feeds are automated. Maybe at some point we care about grenades. Currently I don't really care about grenades. I think we've got enough other things going on. And we've still got, okay, we've got a large amount of steel just sitting around, or at least iron that could be steel. So we're not going to take it off the belt, we're going to hand feed this, but we're going to make sure that, yeah, because as long as we've got all of this iron, we may as well turn it into useful things. I don't really want to be making the gears myself. This is all looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, where's this car going? That feed is automated. The coal is getting this far. We're not mining copper, but that's okay. We are mining coal. We can... Oh, did we need... We have the engine... Okay, so what is it? Is it arachnid bodies? It's arachnid bodies. I don't think we've got any spawns on that side of the map so far, which is an interesting bias. I did notice from the last level that having the bugs swing in to attack us seems to be much worse than being lucky enough to just build a... Make work? Okay. Yeah, seems to be much worse than being able to just go and put like an aggressive defensive turret. Yeah, all of the stuff. Actually, I've got some arachnid bodies now. We can have this thing run. Yeah, if we can make... And in fact, these might be close enough grouped together, and was also the side that gave us real trouble with these guys attacking the corner of this thing. I'm wondering about building an offensive bunker to help take out these guys more easily, for which I would need more gun turrets, which we have. Green chips. We have a lot of green chips, and we also have... We have green chips, and we don't have much copper coming through on the belt. We are turning the copper into other things. I'm just seeing these guys arriving, and so... yeah, just get a grenade in there. Maybe it did some damage. Let's get all the bodies. Oh, you still exist, and you shouldn't. Sucks to be you. Grab all the bodies, because they don't actually last particularly long. Yeah, put this gun turret back. Get in here. Oh yeah, don't give away all the coal when we are hand fueling this steel and stuff like that, because we will need some of it for fuel. And then I have 3 more bodies. Yeah, we need 400 of these bits of space science, which is going to cost us... I mean, at this rate, it looks like maybe we have the iron to be doing that. Maybe it's okay. Let's also swap out this part here to go iron plates on the right, because we don't want to be pushing all of this stuff through. You can just keep going. It's fine. Is it fine? Are we fine? This is a lot of red ammo. Maybe we are in fact okay with that red ammo spent. Okay, and then we wanted... where is this coal feed? And are we just going to make a mess of it like this? And the answer is yes. And then here we can have a copper feed, and we can be mining copper as well. The thing I haven't thought about is what we want to take into the next area. As in, what do we want to manufacture here? This needs to be on that side. Yeah, what do we want to manufacture in this area to ship into the next area that will be helpful? And maybe it is just more bullets. Maybe it is I think that's probably enough copper. We don't end up using a whole lot of copper. You need gun turrets. I've got stuff that wants to eventually be wall. We've got a lot of wall in the inventory. I don't see a whole lot of guys shooting, so I think we're just getting outranged again. We are. Which also means that there are probably bodies around. There are. I still have a car. We gave away that thing where we said, hey, don't give away all the coal. We gave away all the coal, which is super cool because it means we're now doing all of this on foot. I thought I was still taking damage somewhere. No? Okay. Here's some coal. Here's a car we can use, but it's actually going to be easier just to run. Yeah, I think we are in a much better position this time to be... yeah, making use of these bodies. I mean, I guess that's also kind of not surprising, because we did turn up here knowing that we needed to make engines, knowing that we needed to get everything. I guess we're going to feed this with gears now. Yeah. Yeah, we turned up knowing that we had a good idea of what we already wanted to make. Getting more wall, getting more of all of these things. Okay, I think we want to make more mining drills as a surprise. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can put another mining drill here as well. This is already on the correct side of the belt, so that's fine. Do we have 57 gun turrets and a whole ton of wall? Yeah, I think where is my other car? Over here. I think we might want to consider building... consider building the aggressive gun turrets right next to the spawns, because then we also don't have to worry about getting outranged so much. But then we do need to worry about collecting the bodies. Do we have coal? We do have coal this time. Because collecting the bodies is still definitely a thing. Yeah, all of these guys. How long do we have to spend all of those? Over a minute? This... okay, so it looks like the recent patch that changed the startup cost for this lab and from electric engines to engines that we actually had, and then assemblers and stuff like that, has also made the arachnid bodies last longer, because I remember them only having about a minute in total last time, and now it looks like their duration is closer to probably 2 minutes or so. Where are these things? Okay, yes, spoil time 2 minutes. I don't remember them having quite so much spoil time previously. Okay, give me this car back. I've got to get the other car. I remember wherever that is. We are, yeah, still not very far through, but we are in a much better position this time. Give me all of these. You're also getting... you know what? We are going to give you pipes as well, but we are going to check that we have more than 20 pipes. 40 pipes, he said, changing his mind. And then maybe we should also limit some of these boxes. Maybe we should limit the ammo less if we're going to be doing ammo things. Maybe, yeah, maybe we should have, while we are in this area, let's just be putting this wall in a different box. Do we need to manage these guys? No, okay, we need to manage this guy. Actually, the answer to that is yes, we do always need to manage these guys, because we've always got to be getting the bodies, because we are currently limited by bodies, as evidenced by the space science building up on the belt. Yeah, this is what? This isn't maybe another 20? There's maybe another 20 space science there, which is... oh yeah, repair packs. Repair packs are going to be a thing that we want. Yeah, get all of these bodies, complete the arachnid studies. I think I would like to... here's my car. Yeah, that's just to help us get these arachnid bodies a little better. Losing the car at that point would have been super nasty, in fact. Let's try not to lose as much of that. Yeah, we'll work hard. We'll work hard at trying not to lose that stuff. And then I think we got to do... I think we got to do an offensive gun turret position. I think we are happy with this one. I think if we just straight up come over here and build a bunch of gun turrets like this. I think the plan here is if we build these things in a way that they have range on the bug hole, then we also should avoid being outranged by bugs of larger types than we like, because we should just be able to shoot them all, yeah? Is that going to be... That is indeed enough gun turrets for this one position, so that's nice. I think we're going to be in trouble if these bug holes attack these turrets. Also, don't hit the bug hole because it is an obstacle. Get that car back. Shoot this guy. Yeah, these mediums are also still doing quite a bit of damage with their spit. And then... Okay, so this side should be considerably safer. And... yeah, the handcrafting queue is still a mess, but I am fine with that. Can we... How many bodies do we have down here? The bodies are accumulating near the bug holes. And yeah, the reason we don't want to drive into the bug holes is because they are an obstacle. They will block us, which in the normal combat in a car way means we will lose all our speed, we will get caught by the bugs, the car will get destroyed, we will get eaten, it will be a bad time for everyone. We could also go to... you know what? I was just going to say we could also go to Red Belt, but keep some of the coal because cars... Oh, hey, here's my car. All you guys happily running? You are not running because steel. That is a problem I can solve. Probably also means you guys aren't running because steel. Which probably means that we're just successfully turning all our steel into engines. Okay, free up the inventory space. Cancel all of these bots that are doing... Yeah, put them back in the queue now that we have the gears that we don't need to handcraft. Oh, I also gave away all the red bullets. Cool. Put more of those in the queue. Don't be making green chips. Okay. Can we pick this up? We can. I think we are in a much better position than we used to be. We're still drifting through a decent amount of stuff, which is fine. Let's put some gun turrets in the queue as well, but again, not do intermediates. That did what it needed to. Okay. Maybe this is going to be another plate spinning montage, but hopefully a more successful one than last time, because we are in the position of having... Yeah, we're not getting sniped by groups of these guys anymore. It's just the big ones that have the natural range. Take these 44 bodies, put them in the machine, keep doing this for a bit, I guess. Okay, I guess we are getting outranged by these guys after all. But we're only getting outranged when they shoot the walls, which I am super happy with, and is also kind of what we were doing last time when we just made a ton of walls, because we have 1,500 walls in our inventory. I think we are happy losing some walls if the bugs want to spend their time doing that. Okay, give me all the goop. Give me the gooey stuff. This is the situation that I wondered whether or not would happen, and I think we're just going to solve this by building more gun turrets on this side to face the other bug hole and still just work by the methodology of shoot everything before it has a chance to get anything done. Because, yeah, where the bugs coming out of this hole that is new are now outranging these turrets, and we're taking turret losses, and we would rather not be taking turret losses. We would rather just make sure that all the bugs were dead and all our turrets were not. So we don't have... Actually, we've got a ton of red ammo, don't we? And we have a pile of damage upgrades coming in. So we're going to have kind of a core of red ammo in most of these places. That leaves us yellow ammo for the periphery in a way that's totally fine. That's what's supposed to happen, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, I am super happy with all of that happening. Oh, now these defensive positions are now close enough to be encouraging other bugs from other areas, which is the next thing whether I wondered would happen like that. Overall, still fine. Whereas, yeah, we've got one of these big guys who is... Oh no, these look like mediums. Maybe these just midget... Okay, this one is a big one. Yeah, these guys being big enough to pick off the turrets is the situation we are trying to avoid. Yeah, and we put so many walls in here that it's tricky to get range on things, to rearm them, whatever. A lot more bodies. Yeah, the other reason why I am not super concerned about needing to get enough bodies to do the research we want to do is, as the waves get worse, we do just get more bodies. I mean, grenades are still... It's not even close. Grenades are definitely the best way of dealing with that many enemies bunched up together. And then this guy... This is the bit where I should be using combat robots. But also it's difficult to get... Oh yeah, and then reasons why we don't want to be doing this at high speed in an actual fight, because those things will slow us down to a crawl and then we will die. Yeah, this is about the point where I should be pulling up the combat robots, isn't it? Oh well, let's go and check. Is that all of them? That is all of them. How close are we? We are 85 out of 400. We've got to do this a bit more. You might think this beeping is a problem. It's actually kind of fine. These weren't really... Okay, those turrets disappearing are a bit of a problem. Maybe we should go and deal with some of this. These... you don't get to kill that. I'm going to pick it up instead. These weren't actually dragon's teeth. We were in the problem... Having the problem that there were so many arachnid bodies on the ground that we were suffering from frame rate losses. And so we put some walls down to force the clearing of the art assets on the ground that were affecting our frame rates. So we don't even mind losing them. Also, because we've got a ton of wall. Yeah, we've got so much more wall than we need. These guys over... Yeah, that frame rate loss. Okay, this wall we're just going to put back because it helps, yeah, especially in these areas where there are so many bugs. Just taking the art off the map seems to be helpful, and so we're going to do that. We don't even really care, and also we are not at all short of bodies at this point. Is that... I think we've got 2 holes here now. Another hole opened up down here as well, which I will prove by hitting it with my car. That's the sound the holes make. And yeah, so we added more guns over here. I think we're going to want more walls. Yeah, that was mildly spooky. Reasons why it's not great to be doing all this maintenance while an attack is swinging in. You do not get to destroy my car. Hopefully those guys are all just destroying the walls. I don't care about walls getting killed. That is a great thing for bugs to be spending their times on. We're going to take these... Okay, so I do see some turrets without ammunition getting hit, but yeah, we are mostly working through the engines we've got. We actually extended the engines a little bit and then added some more pipes as well. Who's it yet? We're now just down to this one big guy here. Oh no, and then a couple little guys as well. Yeah, delete all of this. Mostly it's just about not having so many bug corpses here. Where are we? Oh, we're down, we've got these guys, but they're also just attacking wall. Attacking wall is completely fine. Yeah, so we've now got 2 bug corpse holes. Yeah, I mean, I say bug corpse holes. This is where the bug corpses come from. We just have to do a little bit of work to turn them from the live bugs into bug corpses. But otherwise, it's just part of the processing cycle. And we've got, yeah, vastly more bodies than we need. We are down to waiting on the rate at which we are making engines. Yeah, we need to hand feed that steel if we want more steel, if that is in fact the issue. Let's go and check how far... Here's... Okay, yeah, so this is the steel to which we're going to hand feed into some of these guys. Cool. Yeah, after a bunch of stuff, I think we are probably nearly there now. It does look like a little bit of a war-torn hellscape. I will go over how the defensive pattern has changed, because we're doing things differently now. Mostly because I think it's mostly because we realized that the bullets were mostly useful as, like, the iron that's in the bullets is more useful as engines than anything else. And the best thing we can do is have all these guys destroying walls, because we can have a lot of stone mining happening. Yeah, we're not really... We do need to worry about not getting pinned in somewhere and accidentally driving into stuff, and yeah, like that. We need to not do that, because they will destroy the car pretty quickly. But also the car gun we're using more, because that's a whole lot easier than getting out and shotgunning things. A lot of dudes still here, in fact quite a lot of dudes still here. Let's take them over to this spot, and yeah, I hope we get nearly done, because I don't really want to do a whole lot more of this. It has taken a while. I went through the math and figured out that, yeah, with 400 body studies needing 12 engines each, that's... if you have one assembler making pipe into 10 making engines, and we are still, yeah, we're still just needing a couple of packs here. It's 106 minutes of one pipe assembler and 10 engines assemblers making all your engines. It's 4,800 engines. I think that's probably close to as much engines as we need. Oh, we are actually done now. Amazing. Let's start. What do we want to not have here? I think we probably don't want... Okay, let's try and pick all these some of these things up. Some of these are valuable. We're going to take the engines assemblers. Do we have... We have the inventory space. I would like to get out of here if we can before the next attacks start. And then all of this is ending up on the belt. This is also now ending up on the belt. Let's have... Okay, I guess we are not... yeah, I guess we're not getting out of here before this attack arrives. Okay, so we can probably... Yeah, all of these guys can just go away. The rest of these guys shooting the walls, I think we're probably fine with that. I think as long as you have bullets, then... yeah, I think it's probably fine. And then all of these I wanted to set... Actually, we can do that elsewhere. That doesn't even matter. Yeah, let's just get out of here, accomplish mission, and advance. Because I did want to muck around with the... Did we pick up all the engines assemblers? Whatever. Yeah, I did want to muck around with... I don't know what that is, but let's go over there. Whether or not those assemblers were putting things on or taking things off belts. This is a core extractor. This is not actually... Oh, the terminal's over here. Okay, so we are going this way. That is good. Yeah, we need to be getting stuff through here, actually, don't we? So, I did leave a radar here. I did leave a radar here. Good, yes. So, the idea with these guys is all of these are going to override stack size to 1 and spin around. And then they will put all of their stuff back on the belt. And the stack size maybe we will worry about later, but a lot of this belt is already full. Except we can also just drop these things. These also want to spin around. Okay, these 10 guns and this ammunition stuck over here is a little bit of a shame. Actually, we would like to... Okay. Whatever. I think we're just going to get this thing kind of running. We didn't bring power over here either, did we? This does look like a bit of a last stand position. And we also previously... Oh, there's whole... Oh, no, we've got coverage over... Yeah, so there is a fixed gate of stuff through here. Okay, we should be doing this in a car. Maybe we don't need the bodies anymore. And yeah, no, we're right here. We don't need to go any further than that. I am not expecting that we get this mission done this episode. We don't have that long left, but also the whole, hey, would you like to build 4,000 engines thing from last time does make me think that we are going to be in a situation where the first step will just be figuring out what we're supposed to be doing. For example, I have seen no resources on this map at all yet. Okay, let's get the current drive around and see if we've got resources. That will be one of the things to do, because I was also trying to figure out where we would have our little boxes of... And I think... Okay, yes. Oh no, cool. This is the iron and copper and the steel. We have... I guess this thing is called a core extractor. Maybe the core extractor is a way of, you know, actually obtaining a large amount of resources. That could definitely be a thing. Okay, grab all of this stuff. What do we want that's going to be useful? A whole lot of gun turrets. We cancel some of these gun turrets. Get a couple of rear-head radars. Yeah, whatever. Do we have mining drills? We had mining drills. Basic inserters are a thing that we probably should get. And yeah, cool, great. Okay. Because also if we can get a handle on how big the map is and where the map is, we might also be able to guess where the bugs are coming from, because it definitely does seem to be the case. Oh, we've got pump jacks. Super interesting. Okay, yeah, it does seem to be the case that offensive bunkers are a lot more effective than defensive bunkers, because the defensive bunkers get outranged by all kinds of legendary bugs and stuff like that. Okay, I think we're going to be defending this area. I think this area is a good place for some processing, so gears, belt, bullets, pipes. These are probably things we want. Also definitely pipes if we want to be able to do pump jack stuff, which it looks like this area does. That way around. Do we still have boxes? We've still got 6 boxes. Let's put the boxes in the correct place and then have this guy make bullets. And yeah, I think we're definitely calling this the Omnisushi. That's what we are calling this thing at this point. Oh, there's also all of the copper on the belt. I think we go coils into green chips. And we have these guys over here as well. And then probably limit all of this stuff to just 2 stacks? Just 2 stacks. Sure, great. Okay. Yeah, let's go and see if we've got... I mean, definitely the... Actually, let's see if this guy has a repair cost. There's no repair cost here, which means the repair cost is going to be in the terminal. All of these guys are going to be in my way and annoying me. Repair the transfer belt. Hopefully we have all of that stuff. We do. Repair the... Is this the core extractor? Yes, repair the core extractor, machine work core extractor, store a whole load of crude oil, move the crude oil. Things getting attacked already means we were a little bit slow on making all this work. Oh, not my storage boxes, guys. Yeah, okay, so we lost all of that stuff, didn't we? We did not die, congratulations, okay. Did we also lose... Whereabouts was the bug hole? This has now gone from... I mean, congratulations on not dying, but this has gone from... This is probably an exploratory first mission to... This is definitely a first mission, exploratory first mission. Okay, the bug hole's all the way up here, so... This gap here and this gap here is where we are likely to be defending things. Fewer defensive positions overall is also a thing that I like a whole lot. Did we actually have... I haven't been crafting tanks a whole lot, so these 3 tanks were left over from the end of the last mission. So depending on how tight we think these constraints are, yeah, there's nothing on this corpse either, is there? Yeah, we should be able to get that running pretty quickly. And then also figuring how to make the core extractor work, which I think I saw lubricant on it. So yeah, we are straight up just not expecting this to continue. Yeah, lubricant, deep mining, gives me deep mining stuff. Probably reprocess those out more. Is there anything I want to look at before we reset this scenario and try and do things a little more quickly? Like, I also don't think we need this belt in here. I think... Yeah, these guys are going to wreck us. I think this belt is as far as it needs to go. I think that's where we set stuff up and defend things. What kind of things do we need to bring with us? It's core extractors, it's lubricant barrels, electric mining drills. Okay, that's all actually pretty fine. Yeah, don't worry about the beeping. We'll come back. It won't be there. I think one of the things I would like would be some kind of autosave feature that kicks in, like, immediately before you leave the level. I think that would be a good time for it. Not necessarily when you get to the next level, because if you want to go back and change anything, you won't be able to. But if you got an autosave at the end of the last level... they were down here, weren't they? Yeah, pump jacks. All destroyed pump jacks. Okay. Then that would be a good way of being able to get back to the place where you were and start things again. Let's rescue this tank. Probably it's not going to get killed first. I mean, probably we want to get everything we want done and moving anyway. Never mind. But yeah, a little autosave before the end of the area could be pretty nice. Let's get all this stuff in boxes because it's just going to kind of bank up there, and then let's worry about getting... we wanted pipes here as well, didn't we? Because we already have established that there are pump jacks. Got to keep everything moving. Got to have everything not back up. The Omnisushi must not stop. And then do we have... Yeah, we still got the same crazy handcrafting queue. We did not change all of the things that we said we were going to, or that we said would have been better ideas to have done differently. We still have... yeah, we picked up a couple of the boxes. We changed around some of the... whatchamacallit? The box craft... Yeah, some of the crafting we disappeared, some of the... We did arrange... Oh, hey, free gun turrets. We did arrange the gun turret assemblers in the previous area to... Yeah, so that's powered and we can come back once it's charged to be able to manufacture things if we wanted to. Is this... Oh, yeah, and then we wanted green ships here as well, didn't we? I also don't have any bullets in the car yet, but we probably shouldn't need them. Coils and also chips. Sometimes we have needed chips. Yeah, we brought some chips with us. Sure, fine. What are we doing? We are remembering that we have a stack capacity bonus, so one of those is going to be enough. And then probably we should also limit all of these things. Do we need... Maybe we need coils, because sometimes there's an online cost. Oh, we should also have turrets here, yeah. Okay, so first place we're going to put turrets is just going to be across here. I do like this multi-layered thing. Oh, wait, I didn't bring any walls with me? You guys better have some walls. That's going to be an interesting disaster of a situation that we just accidentally wandered into. But for these first attacks, we're probably fine. I guess there's some more mining around this thing, which maybe we can use. At some point, maybe we pick up these rocks because they're kind of in the way and they're inhibiting me driving quickly. The gates are fine. Fully charged? There we go. Transfer belt. Repair all of these things, because we have all of those things. Repair, we need the mining drills, which we have. We need pump jacks, and we need lubricant barrels, which means we're going to need the stone, because we're going to need to make refineries, which means we could do flamethrower defense if we really wanted to. Yeah, we have all the walls. Yeah, we've got the pipes turning up on this belt too, but it's fine. Not super worried about it. Okay, grab all of this stuff. I guess we are going to just... It looks a whole lot like we are going to be trying to make refineries out of this stone, because that's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, these bits of wall and things like that, and then this belt should be full for a while, because we should have quite a lot of random stuff just turning... don't run away, I need you. Just turning up on the belt, filtering over from the other areas. It's kind of how the Omnisushi will live. We will put it in a box in one area, and then we will unbox it when we are done with that area. And yeah, still only 102 walls. Not numbers that are making me super happy. Get all the cells up at the front so that the bugs have a lot of things to fight through. And there is another... Yeah, I think we are going to put... do we need belt? I don't think we need this much belt, so I think we're just going to change you to gun turrets, because you are made of all the same stuff and copper, which is also on the belt, so that's fine. And then let's get... Yeah. Okay, let's not be making all the silly things. Let's be using the intermediates that we have, and also scraping them off the belt, and getting, yeah, 5... Some number of these things, whatever. Okay, we've got coils as well. Cool. Okay, did I have any more stone? And can I hold off on putting the third important bunker? I think we're going to go and put the third important bunker down now. I just wanted to get this stuff in here, not for walls, but for refineries. And we do still have... We have barely any... Yeah, we don't have much iron getting past the gun turrets, which is not super surprising, because gun turrets will chew up all of that iron. Not that. Cue the turret, thank you. Okay, I don't have all that many gun turrets left in this area. Hopefully this area is not somewhere that gets attacked a whole lot. But we're also, for that reason, going to step some of this straight up to red ammo. And then, yeah, I really hope this is... I mean, we're definitely coming back with more walls and more gun turrets later, but for the moment, that's what we're doing. Okay, do we have some? We have 10 pump jacks. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, are we metagaming this? I think as far as it's a fixed seed challenge, I think I am somewhat happy taking some amount of fixed knowledge into this thing. Oh, we also didn't put a radar down. But it looks like we have successfully defended thus far, which is important. And then also, I don't actually have all that many pipes with me. I guess we could cancel some of the... I've still got 3, there's only 2 more here. We don't need any of those pump jack crafts, which is cool because it means we can save some pipes to make, yeah, all of this stuff work. Yeah, as far as this is a fixed seed adventure, it may well be the case that we can't get both of those guys in, unfortunately. Yeah, that we do just figure out one plan that we like that's good, and then work on executing that plan, because it does seem to be a reasonably aggressive mod. All these guys are connected, yeah. Nice 2.0 fluid things telling us that all those things are connected, and then I think we're just going to put the tanks, because we've got 4 tanks. 4 tanks is enough for right now. And do we have water? Oh, here's our water. Okay, do we have an offshore pump? We have some offshore pumps, so that's all nice. We can get this stuff in here. We are not getting necessarily, I guess as long as this belt is full, we are happy that we are getting all the things that we wanted, including all of the wall, including 5 refineries. Yeah, give me these things. I've got stuff that you guys want. Okay, let's see if we can go and repair. Wait, we already did repair, didn't we? We've already been here. This run we have already powered it and moved these things out the way, and we need to... Oh, we need more pump jacks. Okay, but we don't need pump jacks until we also have the lubricant barrel, so we need to get this oil processing online. I think we want to do the rest of the defense first. Is that true? Yeah, those are going to be... Okay, let's not be making the pipes. We've got 7 in the queue, and I've got 1 on me. I think that was one of the ones I counted, so we want another 3. I think that's enough. I think we are going to try and make modules as well, because modules are great. Okay, let's get... Yeah, we don't actually need that many pipes at all, do we? But we will continue to want ammunition. We'll want everything that's in these boxes, because it's pretty great. Let's just quickly check on the previous area and make sure that all the things that we expected to be filing through are in fact filing through. And yeah, these belts are just full because we are not finding any space. So maybe, yeah, okay, so these boxes are going to empty. I could have taken them with me, but we didn't. Yeah, I think we are at this point, after we get a couple more turrets in over here, going to declare that we are maybe happy that this area is stable, although the spicy thing is, what does stable mean when we've got flamethrowers? We could be making all of these defenses significantly stronger, which means maybe we need to, because the mod is going to know that we've got flamethrowers available. Yeah, we've got already, yeah, a pleasantly large amount of oil sitting around. Extend these walls, because that's the thing we're worried about. And we're also... I mean, maybe we could be processing that oil out, but we're also already collecting all of the crude oil, and that's kind of the bottleneck. Is that the bottleneck? It's actually kind of not. If we got our advanced oil processing and our lubricant, okay, so number 1, whatever this core extractor thing does, but my guess is extracting cores, which is, as far as industry goes, usually a pretty big deal. I wanted all those red, all those yellows out so we could replace all of it with that, so you guys could have the yellow ammo. Yeah, core extraction sounds like it's probably a big deal. We should make that work. Do we have any more? We should have more wall over here, and I should be able to make more wall. So core extraction, big deal. And then also, if we can get speed modules, we can get more oil out of the pump jacks. And so I think that's possibly also a thing we do before we leave, especially if it's a thing that... Oh, also I want more tanks. 12 more tanks? Sure. If that's a thing we want to do before we leave, especially if this means we can put oil in barrels and move it to the new area, to use with flamethrowers. That is a strong idea, except also means we need to be manufacturing steel because we won't be able to send the barrels back. But I think we're pretty... actually, I don't need this many of these at all, do I? And then what are we doing with... We're not doing anything with... We're not doing anything with the light oil. We could be flamethrowing it. We could be doing barrels of flamethrower oil, but it's gonna be a weird steel cost that I don't know is gonna be super worth it. I guess we're also making plastic here, and so we could be doing bot things if we wanted to. Oh wait, no, we also need... We need a permanent method of continuing to make lubricant, because we've got to run the core extractor. Or at least, that's not a thing the mission has told me that we need to do yet, but I want to run the core extractor. All these guys running? Let's check the map and see that there aren't any that are... Yeah, we have all of these, we have all of the oil we can, with the mining productivity we can, until we get around to actually making this stuff run. So I think we probably do want to do... Maybe we do a flamethrower thing here? Maybe just a couple of flamethrowers using light oil? Because I don't know what else we are doing with... Yeah, I don't know what else we are going to be doing with our gas, other than plastic. Okay, let's have 2 of these things making lubricant, and then let's also crack in... I think it was 10 barrels we need for the lubricant. We're going to need a lubricant barreling machine. Fill lubricant barrel. These are not... Yeah, you take all of the stuff, put it in a box like so. These are not recipes I have used a whole lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this can go here, and... I guess we're also going to do a... Yeah, I guess we're also going to have to do a red chips thing. Can you just do like so? It's probably fine. Okay, so we've got our lubricant happening. We should get our... Yeah, we should get more tanks, because we might need it for gas and stuff like that. If we're not doing a flamethrower thing, we're either doing a flamethrower thing with light oil... How are we holding up? We're still doing pretty okay. We're either doing a flamethrower thing with light oil, or we're cracking it down to gas. There aren't, at the moment, unless we're going to get other quest objectives, anything else we can do with that. And I think we're also going to throw tanks over here, because... Can we fit another one in? Okay. Yeah, let's pull this guy back to here and just make this worse, so that we can... Okay, that's actually not a good spot at all, is it? Okay, whatever. We're going to leave those tanks there. Have we got these? We have got these 10. We've got 10 pump jacks. We've got 10 things. I think this is going to be enough to... And we've got spare belt, so I think we take this to where we're expecting. It's going to be down the other side. Down here is where it's eventually going to go. Let's repair the core extractor. So we have repaired the core extractor. Repair the core extractor and neutralize the threat. Store 500,000 oil. Connect oil to this pipe, which is not actually a pipe. It's a different object that will also help separate fluid networks. Let's not get too much in the way of that thing. Yeah, now we need to make the fluid extractor work, which is going to be pretty exciting. It will probably need power. So you've got power, you just need lubricant, which is another pipe that I can also take. Wait, what pipe even was in this? Was this a crude oil pipe? Connect crude oil. Okay. So those are 2 things we can do, and then I think we're going to have to make this thing run. We also haven't done a threat neutralization thing, which maybe we should. We even accidentally built that in exactly the right place, so that's super cool. Let's make sure that this core extractor can put its stuff somewhere. I wasn't planning on losing things yet, but Oh yeah, we've already got these big guys spitting at our turrets. So maybe we do need to go to flamethrower defense. Maybe we can also just get out of here super quickly. I don't actually expect to get out of here super quickly. I think it's going to be... I expect we're going to have a little more to do. Who knows, but I think when we make this core extractor work and discover what we get out of this core extractor, I think that might be where we call an episode. Okay, so we've connected the oil. Oh, we also need more tanks to store the oil, don't we? For which we need more iron, which we have. 20 more tanks. And then a whole lot of coal, because it's just filtering through, and we don't necessarily have anything to do with it. The core extractor is doing a thing. Okay, great. I think what we are going to do, give me all of this stuff. Give me, let's say here, let's make some plastic guys, but let's also do it in a way that is straight up just box fed. I've got 2 more boxes. I require boxes. Boxes, please. And then, yeah, you're going to require plastic. Can we... Okay, we're making the tanks. And then here we're going to put the... So we've got plastic. We didn't really set that up particularly considerately for getting this out and making more red chips with it. But also, whatever. Can we... No, we should... If we're going to do silly things like that, we should at least have some belts so that... yeah, what way will... Okay, that's also a silly way of doing things. That's more beeping than I like. But it seems to have stopped. Amazing. Okay. Grab plastic from here. Okay, we jinxed it. It is still beeping. Here's a thing that's going to let us make some red chips, which we're going to be able to do stuff with. I've got a whole lot of bots, and I also have bullets in the car, so we're going to do that. And then... like, a thing I was wondering about after we discovered that offensive positions are better than defensive positions is... Oh yeah, we probably shouldn't have quite so many bullets in the turrets that we're expecting to die. Should we build offensive flamethrowers? And as soon as I say that, I don't think it's going to work, because the thing about the gun turrets is as soon as the bugs get in range, the gun turrets just shoot them, whereas there's a delay as the oil is going through the air, which means that an offensive flamethrower will probably just take a pile more damage. Okay, things that we are just doing and not worrying about it. I remember saying that this was a thing that we would have a plan for rather than just YOLOing our way in, and it turns out for these red chips we are just going to be YOLOing our way in. Do we still have... I would like more stuff. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to have a bunch of red chips. They're going to go here. It's going to be fine. We're going to be able to make speed modules and prod mods. There used to be a whole lot of tanks here. We can have the tanks in a different place and it kind of doesn't matter, but getting those red chips for speed modules I think is going to be helpful, because we still need the lubricant. And then, can we even... total contents... I think we're going to need more tanks? I don't know. Okay, let's get this other car, all of which needs repairs. I thought there was a dude up here that needed to be killed, but the turrets took care of it. Okay, so there may still be some curveballs, but okay, let's get these guys out of the way. This might be the run that... okay, not like that. But this might be the run that gets us through the planet. What are we... Something happened over there. Is it doing the mining or is it destroying these patches? Because these are ending up mixed in a way that they were previously not. Is it creating more materials that we can put drills down next to? That is a super interesting thing to be doing, because that means that it will be genuinely long-term mining. Okay, so we've got to make this core miner work, and that's still doing a thing. We've got to collect the crude oil, which is definitely happening. I don't know if this is a bug or not. Maybe this is an objective that is revealed after we have done sufficient coal mining. Actually, another super important point that we're just going to do before calling this episode. Does this have module slots? It does not have module slots. Okay. Also, how is our grid doing now that we've put a coal mine around it? And it seems to be okay. Or at least until we start to run out of coal in the other areas. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, we wanted these because we also have a couple of... Okay, we have a couple of green chips on us. Yeah, you take all the stuff. Can we... Is there a way that... Okay, I think we can actually do this differently and worse, which will be a surprise to no one. Oh, actually, this needs to be on the inside, doesn't it, if we're going to go with this plan. The first way was the correct way to do it. If we were going to take all this plastic and then have these red chips put stuff on the far side of the belt so that this one could actually be speed modules. And then we don't need to worry about doing that so much ourselves either, but we would still like to. And now if we clear this plastic out the way, we will have... How are our tanks doing? Are our tanks filling up? Because we're also not doing anything with light oil. Yeah, we've got to deal with these guys again, which is... reasons why I would like to get the flamethrowers, because the flamethrowers will probably not be outranged quite so much by these bugs. But I think we are... Yeah, you've all got ammo. We don't need any more gun turrets. We've got enough gun turrets at this point. But we've got a way that we're making green chips, we're making plastic, we're making red chips, we've got speed modules that we can be putting in. I wanted green chips so that I could also be making speed modules, and we're starting to see some green chips turn up here, which is nice. Let's also get some prod mods. Prod mods are great. We're doing the handcrafting, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna... I think this is a successful first incursion into this area. Maybe we hang around and figure out what goes wrong. Maybe we come up with a better plan. I think we got this guy online early enough, even though 300 cycles is, again, a long while. And if we don't have anything to do with this light oil, and I think we don't have anything to do with this light oil, then maybe flamethrowers are what we do with it. Which could be... Yeah, he did a lot of damage. I don't know what he was, but he did a lot of damage. Yeah, maybe we do a flamethrower thing just to get some value out of that light oil, because they are pretty strong defenses. Yeah, good times. Continuing in Area 4 of Aramos Prime.